Hey friends, welcome to or welcome back to my channel. Welcome to another video. I'm so glad you're here. If you're new here, my name is Angelisa and on this channel we talk about books, and today I'm doing my monthly TBR video. We're doing our TBR for September. Yes! This is the first time I think that I've actually gotten that out seamlessly and not had to think for a minute. But yeah, we're gonna do our September TBR. I am choosing my TBR again this month because September is getting right into fall and I just feel like I need to start off with my cat is doing zoomies. Apologies if you can hear that, but I think I just need to start off with some fall reads and some other reads that I've been wanting to get to. So rather than doing like a random TBR or someone else choose my TBR this month, I thought I would do just picking my own TBR again. So in no particular order, I'm just gonna start like kind of listing them off. I have a really high stack here on my desk, so I'm kind of scared. The first book that I have here is Before the Coffee Gets Cold by, I'm not even gonna try. Should I try? Toshikazu Kawaguchi. This is, from what I understand, a little like tale. It's a very tiny book. It's so adorable. It's a little hardcover and it's only about 250 pages of these tiny pages. And from what I understand, it's about this like coffee shop and strangers come and it's a bunch of like a bunch of little tales, and in this coffee shop you can like travel back in time. So I guess it's supposed to make you like question like whether you would change things if you could travel back in time. So I thought this season would be a great time to just get into this. It feels like a very cozy read before the coffee gets cold. Like, I don't know, it just gave me that kind of vibe, so I wanted to start it and see how it goes. But I'll let you guys know what my thoughts are in my wrap up, or maybe this will be one of my reading vlogs this month, I'm not sure. Next we have a duology that is soon to be a trilogy. So we have Once Upon a Broken Heart and The Ballad of Never After. The reason why I want to read them in September is because the third one is coming out at the end of October. So if I want to do a reading vlog for these, I kind of need to like start early on, and I'm hoping still to read the Caraval trilogy before I read these. So we'll see how it goes, but I'm really excited for these. These I've heard are very like fairy tale fantasy-esque. Haley Pham loves it. Ooh, I love how big the font is. Oh, interesting, there's like articles in here. I'm actually really excited for these. I've heard a lot about them and I think I've said a few times on my channel, like my best friend's been begging me to read them, but I'm the type of person who I want to read the world building books for it first, so yeah. But anyway, I'm kind of excited. I got the original covers rather than the exclusive ones because I really liked the black and like the contrast, but now I want the exclusive ones for some reason. But I can't buy it. Like, I can't just have 2 copies of so many books. Like, that can't keep happening. It's just not sustainable. We can't do it. The next books I have are another like little series, and it's the Natural series. A lot of the books on this TBR, well, not a lot of them, but a few of them were in my fall TBR video that I posted recently, if you want to go check that out. But it's just, like I said, I'm wanting to start off with a bunch of fall reads for this fall, so I figured this would be a great place to start in like a little Criminal Minds era. And I just finished the entire Inheritance Game series that's out right now, so I miss Jennifer Lynn's, well, that is her name, Jennifer Lynn Barnes is like writing, so I'm kind of excited for this. I've heard it's very fast-paced, just like the Inheritance Game, so I figured I would probably want to read them all at once. And from what I understand, like, or from what I've seen, like, yeah, in people's reading vlogs, they always end up going out to buy them right away. So I bought these before my book buying ban, so we're just gonna skip that whole part. Next we have a Taylor Jenkins read book that I've had for a while and has been on her backlist for a bit for me. It's, I think, the second last one of hers that I have to read, and this one is After I Do. This one is also kind of about like questioning your marriage, and this is part of her, like, I call it like her marriage series because they're not connected at all and they don't take place in like a world that has like companion characters who make appearances, but they all kind of are about marriage and love and questioning like time, and just the way that she writes these are very interesting. So I'm not sure how this one plays with that as much, but I know it's about like fading love and like trying to rekindle love, and this couple takes a break in their marriage after they've reached kind of like a breaking point. So it's not like the other ones where I think in like Maybe in Another Life there's like a dual timeline, and then in what's the other one? Oh, One True Loves where, you know, her husband disappears, she mourns him, gets remarried, and then he reappears. Like, nothing like that, but still just like, I think will make me, not make me, but make a reader just question relationships and love and how to kind of deal with it when it starts to fade or you feel like it's not as vibrant as it once was. So yeah, I don't know. I want to read a lot of like more books that just kind of, it's not just me doing escapism, it's also like me reading to like learn things about myself and my life. So yeah, that's where that's coming from. The next one we have is just because I cannot avoid reading this any longer. I was putting it off because her last book didn't really tickle my fancy like the first one did, and it's Miss Ali Hazelwood's Love Theoretically. So I read The Love Hypothesis and I loved it. I rated it 5 stars, and then I also loved her novellas, like the little short STEMinist novellas where the 3 of them are friends and they're all connected. And then I read Love on the Brain, and it was good. It just wasn't as good as the first one, so I wasn't as interested and didn't love it as much. And the main character, like the female main character, really bothered me. She was just really annoying. But I've heard amazing things about this one and that it's possibly better than her first one. So I'm very excited about this. And it's orange. And I know that's more like an October color, but I don't know. The way that it's like always based in like science and universities and like research in school just reminds me of school, and I work at a university. So yeah, it gives me that vibe. But yeah, I'm just very excited for this book. I love her writing. And because I've heard amazing things that this one might be better than the first one, I'm like, I need to see for myself. The next few that I have are some thrillers. As I said, fall is like my thriller era as well. So I wanted to read a Lucy Foley book. Now, I talked about this in my fall TBR, and I think I mentioned that I shouldn't read it because I'm planning a wedding. But I figured my wedding is not going to be for at least another 2 years. So if I read it now, hopefully I'll forget about all of the misfortunes that happen during this wedding by the time my wedding comes, versus it just sitting on my shelf for 2 years because I'm not gonna read it. So yeah, this is about a wedding that takes place off of a remote like island in Ireland. And it's a wedding between this TV star and publisher. And basically it's just all these guests, and I guess there's some secrets that come out, and the weather starts to get really crazy. So yeah, I'm interested to see what this has. It says that like it's the wedding of the year, but someone won't survive it. So there's either like an accident or a murder. I think there's a murder. I think someone dies. But yeah, we'll see what happens. I'm really excited for this one. The next thriller we have is a Riley Sager, The Only One Left. I've been hearing so much about this, so I want to read it. I'm really excited. And this is the one where a murder happens in 1929, and it's kind of like a big legend about this house. And then the woman who everyone suspects did it when she was a teenager, later in 1983, she's super old, she's like in her 70s, and she has a caregiver come to care for her, and she wants to tell the caregiver like the whole story about what happened. So yeah, I guess we're just kind of like going through that. I'm not really sure, but when I read it, I guess I'll know a little bit more and I can explain a little bit more how it works. But that's what I understand from the back. And she has Kit, who's the caregiver, like help her write this story about what happens. Yeah, I'm really excited. It's like a gothic thriller, so we'll see what that entails. The next one I have is The Housemaid by Freida McFadden. I've been hearing so much about this, and I've had it on my shelf for a while because I heard it was similar to Verity by Colleen Hoover, which I did enjoy. I liked the whole concept about it, the manuscript thing, and just how it all kind of went down. So yeah, I'm just excited to see how this one is. Hopefully I can get to this one too. I have a few thrillers on here, so I might just read some thrillers for a week in September. We'll see. The next one I have, I'm not really sure if it's a thriller or a romance, but it's Love in the Time of Serial Killers. I'm pretty sure it's a romance where she's falling in love with a serial killer, or she's falling in love with a guy who like she thinks is a serial killer. Yeah, I've heard really good things about this. It is a romance. It's a romance, and I've heard it's like kind of funny, like a rom-com, but I feel like it just fits the kind of September getting into spooky season feel with the whole serial killer vibe, slasher film vibe. So yeah, we will see how this goes. I'm excited about this. I'm kind of excited. I don't know. I hope it's not like romanticizing it too much, or you know what I mean? Maybe it's just her saying things that she thinks he's a serial killer. I don't know. We'll see. The next one I want to read is a Greek mythology book. I said in my fall TBR that I'm getting into a Greek mythology era as well into the fall. So I want to see if I will get to Stone Blind by Natalie Haynes. This is a Medusa retelling, and I just kind of read Percy Jackson, like by Rick Riordan, and I know that's like a YA fiction, but it does have like Poseidon in it, and Percy Jackson, they mention Medusa in it, so it kind of just got me like reminded and interested in her story. So yeah, I want to read this one and see what it's all about and how Natalie Haynes' writing is, because I've heard that she's going to be coming out with some other ones, and she does have another book called 1,000 Ships, I believe. So yeah, we'll see if I get to this one, but I want to just put it on my TBR. I think it just got really dark. But yeah, I just wanted to put it on my TBR, and the cover is just so pretty. The last one I have on my TBR, I'm going to mention super duper quickly, and then like that's the end of this video because I don't even need to talk about it. It's Throne of Glass. I am going to like strap myself down and commit to reading this book this month, because I have unfairly pushed this off for so long. I don't know if it's because I'm scared. I read The Assassin's Blade and then I just kind of never started Throne of Glass, and I don't know if it's just because I'm scared or what's going on, but I need to read it and I need to just start this series because I want to get into the entire universe and understand what everyone's talking about the connections and who all these other characters are in Crescent City. And the third book in Crescent City is coming out in January, so I kind of need to like catch up, and I'm hoping that this fall is when that happens, like this fall and winter. But yeah, of course at the very end I drop all the books by placing one at the top. I'm an idiot. I'm just so dumb. I truly don't know how these things happen to me. Anyway guys, that's all the videos that I'm putting on my September TBR for this month. So comment down below if you've read any of these books, what you're going to be reading for September. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. There's a lot of new faces who have subscribed to this channel, so hello. It is so nice to see you, meet you. Let me know what your book interests are. I love to connect with you guys. There's a few people on here who like comment on every video, and I appreciate you guys so much. Anyway, that's all for today, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye!